No, it wasn't, dude. I just turned it on.
Oh, shit.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, guys.
It's Alan and Anthony here. And we did a 2-part Halloween special episode. And I uploaded one of the parts as a duplicate. And since the name is so long, it only showed, like, Alan and Anthony's blah, blah, blah. And I got 3 files, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a 1 out of 3 chance that I'm going to delete the duplicate part 2, but I didn't. I deleted the entire part 1. So that episode's gone forever. And we talked about some stuff. Lots of stuff, right?
A lot of stuff.
Got pretty heavy. Talked about, well, you know what? You should have been there. I'm sure we'll cover it again. But Anthony told his story, and that story will come up again. He's going to be a regular on this podcast.
Yeah, buddy.
That's Anthony. But, so that's an hour of audio gone. And I keep having technical issues. Like, I literally, not even 2 minutes ago, just did the same intro with the microphone off. It's been a nightmare. But we decided we're going to do another one, right? Because afterward I took an hour nap. You can talk.
About what?
Are you doing the silent gimmick?
No, I'm just waiting for when I can chime in.
Dude, you can chime in anytime.
We've been watching...
Don't interrupt me. Tell him.
We watched American Horror Story, and Alan had us stop in the middle of the season, and my brain... I'm still trying to recover from that, by the way. Like...
Yeah, which is why you can't continue forward.
I'm heavily invested in this right now.
They drop a bombshell on you in this next episode that just blows your mind.
Who is this?
It's halfway through the season.
Picture.
That and I've seen it. Oh, that's Rad.
Rad?
Yeah. His name's up there.
Oh. That's weird.
Yeah. You never met Rad?
Look what's on the back of my necklace.
Oh my god. That's Rad. Actually, some people think his name's Trad. Anyway, people don't know what we're talking about.
Rad.
So we got to talking, like, I took a nap because I didn't sleep much, and I woke up an hour later, and I was like, let's go. And we're going to talk about amphetamines, right?
Yeah, because we're both on them right now.
I'm not. I'm off.
Oh, wait, just kidding.
I'm in prime Alan form. I do a lot of these things, like coming off work, like right after work, when I'm coming down from amphetamines. So my personality is just like caged. It's like there is Jekyll and Hyde here, but people love Hyde and they think Jekyll's boring as hell. It's like if I take anything 4 hours before a social event, I'm just like, damn it. And then people ask me why I'm so quiet. But you don't seem to have that.
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You get all quiet and introspective. You're doing it right now.
Do I?
Yeah.
Get quiet? Yeah, I do.
You feel like it changes your personality?
Not, I mean, to a certain degree maybe, but it's more or less just me trying to figure out, like, I guess sometimes I'll get, like, I'll overthink easily. I mean...
Yeah.
And I'll think, like, oh, how am I supposed to react, like, in this situation? But, like...
Do you place a greater sense of importance on things that later turn out to be trivial?
Yeah, definitely. But only in context,
or like... You stress out about this thing so much, and you're like...
Wow, that was really dumb. Like,
yeah, it's like...
Why did I concern myself
I gotta go to the bank in the morning. I'm like... I only have 5 hours to sleep now.
My mom does that.
I'll have to get up in 5 hours. That's not enough sleep.
Oh, God.
I'm going to the bank, and I'm going to be tired, and I'm going to be talking to the teller. And I'll be like, why are you so tired? And everyone's going to stare at me. Yeah.
I used to spend a lot of time actually manifesting, like, because that what you just did right there is like what my family does. That's what my mom does all the time.
Oh my god.
And my sister does it too, and so I'm surrounded by it, and so I've had to work consciously, like, over the years to try to, and it seems so useless
Yeah.
after you fight through the thoughts, the negative thoughts.
Yeah.
After a while, it seems so useless, and that's, I guess, what I use amphetamines for, is I guess to fight through the negative, like, thought spirals that can easily manifest. Because what you just spun, a future scenario, was like a negative outcome of like a future scenario.
Yeah.
And I've noticed as I've gotten older, and I guess like more spiritually,
It's a sense of impending doom.
right. And I guess it comes with maturity, but not just regular maturity, like spiritual maturity too. And as you start to age, you start to realize that your thoughts really do manifest, like in outward ways, whatever you end up feeding them. Like,
Yeah.
what you fear can end up coming true through, self-fulfilling prophecy or whatever. That's like the word. That's like the expression of the month right now. Self-fulfilling prophecy.
But see, the thing is, like, I don't impose that stress on other people.
Right. Just on yourself and your own, like, future experiences.
Yeah, and it's not...
And it sucks.
And I'm at the point where, like, I know I'm doing it, so I can, like, talk myself out of it.
Here's a good
Because I have
example.
so much experience with it. Like, I've been doing it since I was 9.
Yeah.
It's like I know it in and out.
Here's a good example, a great scenario for how this plays out. At work, I work the 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift at IHOP, right? It's graveyard shift. At 7 a.m., everybody who's anybody comes into IHOP. The managers, the main general manager, basically everybody but the owner, comes in at 7 a.m. And some of these women are like, and they're mostly women, some of these women have been working there for, 15, 20 years, right? And there have been ups and downs within the hierarchy, whatever. Well, they come in, and
The political landscape.
yeah, basically, about at 6:15 in the morning.
I was going to say that sarcastically, but that's demeaning.
No, but it is. It's like the political landscape of IHOP, like,
It's like,
plays out.
like, look around at where you're at,
It does give you a little perspective too.
It's like being the king of tetherball,
I know, yeah. As someone
which I
who's-
was. I cheated
yeah,
a lot,
You
though.
can't take it too seriously, but it is a metaphor for like how this would play out, like in other.
And you let that roll off your shoulders.
What?
Well, they're
Their own like minor.
they're social climbing within IHOP.
Yeah, it's fine. I've only worked there for a month, okay, but it is my first full-time job, so I take it seriously because of that. But so everybody comes in, and what ends up happening is around 6:15, between 6:15 and 6:45 in the morning, almost every morning, one thing, and it's usually only exactly one thing, goes horribly, terribly wrong with me.
Thanks, Murphy.
Or a customer, or my manager, or just something gets seriously fucked up. Like I've been written up twice since I've worked there. Customer complaints during that time period that it's played out. And it has been under circumstance. It's both been with women. Both times were with women, which I thought was interesting.
You hear that, women?
And since then,
God, now everyone's going to think I'm sexist.
God
Damn it.
we're very pro woman here. Just for
I love
future
women.
announcement.
Dude, like, if I could be surrounded by women 24/7 all day, every day, I would.
But here's the
Ladies,
thing.
holla at me.
Here's what people forget is that those thoughts, shut it, Alan, those
sorry.
thoughts, like I will get more stressed during that time period. And just because I'm more stressed and more anxious during that time period, anticipating like my boss coming in. And I don't know if it's me that's like summoning like, the bad juju that ends up coming in and like fucking up, like the customer engagement with
That is so weird that you said that, because I was just reading an article. This total non sequitur.
sidebar.
But juju, like, it's not a common word. I was just reading an article about a football player named Juju, who I was actually going to pick up for my fantasy team.
That's
and I
weird.
definitely am now, but he, like, totally, like, turned down this porn star who, like, tries to hook up with professional athletes. I think they say, shade, or no. What do the kids say now? We all get,
I don't even know.
God, it's like fate. Nah. Anyway.
Dropping an L. Like,
Yeah, but his name's Juju. He plays for the Steelers. And I was like, you go, Juju.
fucking thief.
Next time I need a, like, second string wide, you're my guy. Anyway, go on.
Those are all sports
Juju.
references that I don't get.
I just made that up.
So, long story short, it's very important that I guess my point is that it's very important to keep your thoughts positive and to stay positive with your thoughts. Like, yeah, it's all right to like entertain.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I'm kidding.
It's fine to entertain negative thoughts and to entertain the possibilities of, you know, like what might happen and to prepare for the worst. You know, that's important, you know, whatever. In any life experience. But the thing is I noticed something different this last Sunday morning. I changed my demeanor. I was the only server from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning at an IHOP. I was the only server. And I was busy as fuck, all right? At one point, I had 6 tables. And this is right before close, before close.
That's actually...
Right before, like, and that's not the most tables I've had, which has been a lot. Like, the most tables I've had, I think I've had 9 at one point, and that was crazy. I don't even know how I managed that. Daniel had to help a lot. Like, but...
I love Daniel.
He's a really cool guy.
Dude, every time we talk about him...
He's honestly, I would have quit. I would have quit if it weren't for my manager Daniel.
Anyway,
and he knows that too, and it helps him. But
God, enough about Daniel. your moment. Yeah.
7 a.m. I changed my demeanor physically and like physiologically. I calmed down. Instead of admonishing like a frantic, frenetic exterior where I'm like trying to like run around, like take care of everything.
You're like, so what?
Yeah, I was a lot calmer about it because here I am. It was. I work 4 days a week. It was the last of my 4-day little, stint, and I feel like I'm doing good at my job now. I don't worry about being fired now that I know that I've been threatened with 2 write-ups and have had this customer complaint and this customer complaint. I have regular customers now. I have people who come in at 4 a.m. and they want to be seated in my section, and I have more than one group that's like that.
You just swung your pickaxe at the epicenter of the conversational gold mine. Because you like that? It's great.
That's great.
Did you guys hear that? Rewind and listen to that.
To the epicenter of the
because
conversational gold mine.
It's the what if train of thought.
Yeah,
right?
Is.
The so what response, which is why people think I'm weird, right?
I think I learned it from
because
you, actually.
We're talking about my windows, right?
Yeah.
And people stress out about things in my life, or like they treat it as an emergency that I don't treat it as an emergency because I follow it to its natural line of conclusion. Where they go, your windows are down. Okay. So? Well, it could rain. Yeah? I got a tarp. Well, what if it gets cold? I dress warm.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but you should get those fixed. Why?
See, I bet that helps you.
It does, because there's so much stuff that gets piled on. Like, the world's like, here, stress, free for everybody. You get some stress, and you get some stress, and you get some stress. And I think it's an important skill to look at all the stress and be like, I'll pass on this one. And to analyze these things that stress us out, and they compound, and they work together, and they conspire against us.
Yeah, especially the negative thought
and
conclusions.
Determine what we can let roll off our shoulders and what we can't, right? And
see, and we don't live in a world where we are aptly rewarded for spinning positive future scenarios for ourselves. Because a lot of times that becomes the object of envy for other people around us. When we're trying to aspire to improving our lives for positive, whether it be by positivity or through, goal setting or whatever, not everybody around us is always are always the well wishers.